Hey, this is Brian Jensen. You're listening to No Sleep Till Sudbury, the show where we talk about the music that makes your skin vibrate. Brought to you by Pariah Pickups. Handcrafting awesome guitar pickups all the way down in Detroit, Rock City. Check them out at pariahpickups.com. I also wanted to give a shout out once again to my pal Alex Heward of the Release Day music documentary series. He does great work. I highly recommend it. Check it out at releasedayseries.com. All right, my guest this week joins me from New Jersey. He is drummer Dave Leto of Rye Coalition. The story of his band is told in the documentary entitled Rye Coalition, the story of the Hard Luck Five. And after listening to our chat, you'll know why people called his band the Hard Luck Five. Check it out. So Dave, welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate you taking the time, first of all.
Of course.
You know, the story of your band, Rye Coalition, is a pretty interesting one. So you released a demo in 1994. It attracted some attention. You built up a following. Your third record, On Top, attracts some major label attention around 2003. And then you decide to sign with DreamWorks.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave Grohl is the guy who's tapped to produce your record. So life is good. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's all bells and whistles from there on.
Until.
So we think.
And then DreamWorks is purchased by Universal.
Yeah.
So now all of the DreamWorks artists at this time are assigned to either Geffen Records or Interscope Records.
Correct.
Now you were assigned to Interscope.
We were on both. We were on 3 labels in one day, actually.
Oh, that's a cool stat.
Weird. It was just such a weird time, like the weirdest time in music. Like maybe if we finished our album like 5 months earlier, there might have been a difference.
Yeah.
But that little moment in time was like killed music,
That's such a shame. You'd recorded the record with Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl turned out to be a fan of yours. He was at the top of your list as producers that you wanted.
Yeah. Like we sent him some stuff and he was super into it. He flew out here and met us and was like, we got along like super well. And he was like, let's do this, like we'll go to the studio where Nirvana recorded Nevermind and Fleetwood Mac recorded Rumors.
Oh, wow. Sound City.
We were like, and it's also, besides all of that, it's where they shoot the music scenes from Boogie Nights.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That kind of, made it all worthwhile for me.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, we did everything with him, yeah.
So you complete the record. It would later be called Curses, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then what happens after that?
He fought for us a lot with like Jimmy Iovine and stuff. And
yeah.
Like, you don't understand. These guys live are unreal. They're like a band that will continue to be really great because their live show is so good. And Jimmy just wanted a Dirty Deeds done cheap. Like he's like, they sound like AC/DC. Make them write an AC/DC hit.
Oh.
So they made us start writing songs, and we just started we actually took Dirty Deeds and just wrote it backwards once just to fuck with them and see what they said.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're done here. So our lawyer somehow got us our album back for free.
Yeah. And
we just put it out with our friend who put out our other albums.
Okay. Yeah, on a Jersey indie label, is that right?
Yeah, Gern Blanston, yeah.
Yeah. So while all that was going on, Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters took you out on tour, right?
Yeah, totally. We went to Europe with them for a month or so.
Yeah.
And then we played Atlantic City with them and Las Vegas.
Wow.
Just, some cool stuff. Super fun.
That's great. So now this whole story is documented in a movie. It's called The Story of the Hard Luck Five.
Correct. Yeah, our friend Jenny made that footage from that, we filmed from childhood,
Oh.
Yeah. We just kept filming since we started being a band till later.
Yeah.
For no reason. Literally no reason.
Yeah. So that came out in 2014.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. The Story of the Hard Luck Five.
Mm-hmm.
So now Curses is also available.
Yeah, on CD only.
Yes.
We're trying to get a record press soon, maybe.
So what's the current status of Rye Coalition?
We were playing once or twice a year, usually in Jersey City,
Yep.
I think once this is over, we'll the pandemic-y stuff, we'll start playing again.
Oh, great. Good.
Yeah, do something new. There's no real way to be a band anymore, So
Yeah.
we'll just do it on our own terms.
Yeah.
If we write music, put it on SoundCloud, whatever. Who cares?
That's a good attitude, man.
I mean, who cares anymore? We're all old.
You're never too old. Never too old, Dave.
True. You're right.
All right. Listen, so you've got a great little list of tunes here. These are all, you know what I love about this list?
Okay. I mean, I've forgotten maybe 3 or 4 of them, but I remember some of them.
I got them all right here. This is so great. What I love about it is that I'm a deep cuts person. I gravitate to the deep cuts, and these are deep, deep cuts.
I mean, the Pixies one, not so much, but yeah.
Right. Except the first 4 definitely are, though. Some of these are, number 4 here that we're going to get to. I'm not going to give it away, but this is like, people forget about this stuff. This is really cool. We're going to start with Neil Young, Birds.
Right. I mean, maybe one of the saddest breakup songs of all time.
Yes.
So much emotion. Heartbreaking. That song is like, you just feel whatever he's feeling. Like, you want to know what happened and how he did that.
Yeah.
Like, how did you write that song?
You know what I love about Neil is that he just gets right to the point. Birds is like 2 minutes and something, whatever, right?
Yeah,
like,
super short.
Needle and the Damage Done, Till the Morning Comes. He just gets right to it. I love that.
But then, like, I love, like, the Cortez the Killers and the 9-minute Ragers. But yeah, like, a song like Birds doesn't need to be more than 2 minutes at all.
No, I think that actually strengthens the emphasis of it, to be honest.
Of course. It's like, it's just like it's like being shot in the heart.
Yeah. Prince, super deep cut, The Beautiful Ones.
Yeah. How do you even explain that song? Like, it's almost like his Birds. It's just like, you want him or you want me?
Yeah.
The build of it is just like, it just starts from nothing and just escalates into like screaming madness, but still yet a ballad. It's probably my favorite song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Donny Hathaway, Jealous Guy.
So I have 2 stories about this.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Well, there's one is just like, we used to go to record store all the time, and like the guy would just play songs, and then like he just put that 45 on, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like, I was younger. I was probably like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is this? Like, this is like, this is a great version.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's Donny Hathaway. Here, you want it? It's $1. And I was like, yes. And then like I would DJ, and then like people would be like, who is this? Like no one, like, it's not really a big, I don't know if it's a hit or whatever, but I always had like weird reservations about people covering Beatles songs or, whatever, ton of Beatles songs, but like, there's rare moments where someone does a song better than someone in the Beatles.
Yeah.
And I think that's what.
It's interesting. There's an interesting flavor to it. He's a soul guy, but there's kind of a little ragtimey piano in there, right?
Sure. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It's really interesting.
I see a lot of him in like, like Anderson .Paak, so I like him a lot. I'm like, they have a similar, like, just this vibe of like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
But like, his Jealous Guy seems so much sadder than John Lennon's, and also his like demise, which is still like, did he kill himself? Did he get pushed off of a balcony?
That's a sad story.
Yeah, totally.
They say that he was found outside his hotel. His window had been removed.
Oh,
yeah.
God. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they found him on the street.
So maybe he did do it.
Well, he was also a paranoid schizophrenic, Dave. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that. No.
He really, really struggled. Yeah.
But I mean, that's why you can hear that in his voice. He just sounds tortured.
Yes.
And I always lean towards that with picking songs when you say that, like, what's the word you use? Shiver your bones? Or whatever. What was it?
The songs that make your skin vibrate.
Skin vibrate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think about. Yeah.
Yes. A lot of people have covered this song. My favorite cover of this tune is one that you might like too. It's by a band called Hooray for the Riff Raff.
Okay, I've never heard it.
Check it out. Have a look if you're on Spotify or Apple Music.
It's Jealous Guy.
Jealous Guy by, yes, Hooray for the Riff Raff. And it's just really raw. Like, it's stripped down.
Uh-huh.
I think you might like it. Let me know.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
The only other, just aside for the pen and all that,
Mm-hmm.
the Breeders version of the Beatles cover they do on their first album, Happiness is a Warm Gun. I think that is a better version than the Beatles version.
Oh, really? Eh?
I don't know. There's just something about it. Like maybe it was like how old I was when I heard it and the production of it and all of that. I just think like Kim Deal kind of murdered that version. But anyway, that's not on my list.
That White Album record is just so strong. I love that whole thing, and that's one of the better tracks in my mind. Happiness is a Warm Gun.
Yeah, and the Breeders version is just like top notch.
Yeah. This next selection is so great. So this is like
what was it?
a super deep cut. It was the Rolling Stones. She Smiled Sweetly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This goes way back. This is like 67. I think this was on Between the Buttons.
It's on Between the Buttons. Correct. Yeah.
So tell me about this one.
I mean, I just like had all the Stones albums like for my parents, whatever, and like, threw some on. But that song just kind of like stuck out to me all the time because it was like it's nothing like any of their songs,
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I usually go lean towards the more like tortured, sad, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just like a beautiful, pretty song.
Yeah.
And just lately I've been listening to it a lot. I'm like, oh yeah, that song it's beautiful. And Rolling Stones aren't known for like beautiful songs.
That's right.
They're just like bar band,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a unique song for the Stones. That organ is,
yeah.
right.
Everything about that song is perfect. Like they're sloppy as hell, but it's just, Mick is just like, I don't know, sincere maybe
Yeah.
for the first time. It's not just all like machismo, like rock strutting and a love song-ish, like who's he writing about? I don't know. Maybe it's a cover. I don't even know.
I don't think that's, I think that is a cover. I could be wrong about that.
It might be a cover.
I think
I think you're right.
I think it might be. That was a time, Dave, when, they did cover a lot of songs. This was like...
Of course, they covered tons of stuff. And that's an old album.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're probably right. But a great version, nonetheless.
Yeah, no question. The funny thing about Between the Buttons is that the US version and the Canadian version also contained Ruby Tuesday. And I think Let's Spend the Night Together. But the UK version did not for some reason.
Oh, weird.
So it's almost like a weird kind of non-hit record in the UK.
Like, why would you take those two gigantic songs off the record?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never known the reason for that. It's very strange.
Yeah.
There's a lot of differences between the UK and the US releases. Like Flowers came out here and Satanic Request came out there. Really odd.
And like, also, I'm not like the biggest Rolling Stones fan. Like, I like them, just fine. But that song just like, it strikes a nerve.
Well, they've just had such a lengthy, varied career.
Yeah,
right?
like so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Those 4 records, beginning with Beggar's Banquet to Exile.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's such a great run for them. And then there was this period, just the pre-psychedelic period and Tattoo You, Some Girls. Like there's lots to choose from.
To just transform yourself to adapt to whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Insane. It's like only a few people have done that. Bowie, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Prince.
Yeah.
Not many have done that.
No, that's the sign of a true performer,
Yeah.
And
a legacy artist.
Absolutely. There's no question. Yeah. This next tune, your last one here, is the Pixies. I love this song.
Yeah.
Where's My Mind?
It's just an amazing song. Like, used to listen to it when like we were all super into the Pixies, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then like it came on like this is the short version.
Mm-hmm.
I had Lyme disease, and when you have Lyme disease, they give you this crazy antibiotic, right? That makes you like nauseous, like you throw up a lot, and like you can't be in the sun, and like all this crazy shit. I'm good, like I'm totally as good as you can be.
Good.
But we played in Asbury Park that day in the sun.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit. So like I like kind of like stayed in the shade.
Mm-hmm.
And then like once we played, it was like a little darker out, so there was no sun. But as we were playing, I can't think of the name. The bar in Asbury Park where Bruce played. What was the name of it? Stone Pony. Right. So at Stone Pony, Pixies were playing outside.
Mm.
So, after we were done, and I was like, oh, I'll just take my drum stuff, put it in my car and drive home.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I parked much closer to the venue than I did. And I was like super nauseous. I had like cymbals, like snare drum, and I'm walking and it's hot. And Where's My Mind is blasting. And I'm just vomiting my brains out during that song. Like as loud, like as like I might as well have been at the concert throwing up. That's how loud it was.
Oh,
So it always sticks in my mind as this like really, remindful song of like what that was like being on those stupid pills. But then like you go back and it's like he really wrote an amazing song. I read an interview with him about it where like he's with his wife or whatever, and like he's always like noodling around guitar and stuff, and like she never really says anything, and he was like playing those like 4 chords, and it was like the first time she was ever like, I think you should really work on that.
Oh.
I guess he says it's the song that makes him the most money because like every movie or commercial wants it.
Oh, for sure. Well, that
So,
one
a little cheesy on my part, but the whole puking in the parking lot of Asbury Park Stone Pony is what kind of sealed it.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm just like, and this like beautiful song is blasting so loud.
Oh, it's funny that his wife would say that because I wonder, the hook for me in that song is obviously the vocal melody.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that. And it's like Kim's little, her little backup vocal,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole song is perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, that's a funny story. I'm surprised you actually put that on your list. There's negative connotations associated with that. If that happened to me, I'd probably want to forget about that song.
No. Well, you mean, it's what you said. What is it? Shiver the bone, shins your shingles, your bingles.
Makes your skin vibrate.
Right. It made my skin vibrate.
It makes you throw up when you listen to it.
But I hear it and I still think it's very, very pretty. Even though it's about him like swimming and like fish are like chasing him around. There's nothing really to it, lyrically.
Yeah.
But sometimes the melody is more important than whatever he's saying.
Oh yeah.
It's the vibe, the feel and the vibe.
That's it. And my favorite thing about that song, it's extremely atmospheric and vibey. And at the very end, that vocal melody is unaccompanied, just as a little send off. And it's perfect.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. So that is your list, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So are you still in touch with Dave?
I mean, like, when they come play here, it's like drop an email, like throw us some tickets backstage, see you later.
That's great.
And he's always cool about it,
Yeah.
And it's like you snap right back into. But yeah, like when he comes to town, we'll email him. Like he always drops tickets for us, and like it's like you start back where you left.
That's great. No time's lost. That's awesome.
And did you watch that What Drives Us movie yet?
I did. No, I haven't. I haven't seen.
You should. It's really cool.
I saw the documentary he did on Sound City, or the Nev board, which was fucking ridiculous.
Great. Yeah, that's what we recorded on. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
That was a great documentary. This thing's funny because it's more about like bands. It's all about bands touring in bands.
Okay.
So he's kind of got everyone in there. But you have to get this like 7-day promo trial from Amazon, and then it's like they make it super hard to cancel.
Oh, really?
But whatever, you can figure it out on your computer.
Yeah.
But it's a really good documentary. He's got everyone in it.
I'll check it out. I love that he does all that stuff. I think that's so great.
Dude, he's a really good guy, and he's super talented, and like what he does with his fame and whatever, I think is great. Like he's doing good things.
Oh, he's a true ambassador in the purest sense. Yeah. He's definitely got his head on straight. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for you, man. So keep me posted as to what happens with the band.
Sure, of course. I mean, through Liam or whatever, we'll hang out or go do something.
Well, when you guys play and the border opens back up, I'm in Toronto. I'm coming down there and I'm going to see you guys play.
Oh, you're in Toronto?
Yeah.
Ah, I had no idea. I didn't know you were in Toronto.
Yes, sir. Currently unable to visit your country, however.
Yeah.
When the border gets back, when that's all sorted out, I'll
Silly
be back
border
down there.
rules. Yeah, he never mentioned you were in Canada. I have a lot of friends in Toronto. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll eventually visit soon once it's allowed.
Yeah, of course. Keep in touch and get back up here after everything's sorted out. And
of course. You got my number?
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Dave, thanks very much, man. I appreciate this.
Anytime.
All right. Well, take good care, and I will talk to you soon.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
All right, this has been No Sleep Till Sudbury with Brent Jensen and my very special guest, Mr. Dave Leto. Till next time, folks, take good care.
Brent Jensen is the best-selling author of No Sleep Till Sudbury, Leftover People, and All My Favorite People Are Broken. All titles available in stores and on Amazon worldwide.